Hello everyone, welcome to Magical Me. I'm Jamie Mendez and this is my Moonday Oracle reading for the collective, and it is a reading for the week of March 31st, 2025, and we are on the precipice of a new month here, spring here in the Northern Hemisphere, so very, very exciting for all of us to be coming up out of the throes of a very brutal winter, I'd say here. But again, that could just be me speaking for myself. So I don't do dreary and cold. So I digress. This, for anybody who is new to Magical Me, this is an opportunity for me to share some intuitive guidance and wisdom for the energy of the week as a message for the overall collective. So it's more of a generalized reading. These aren't personal readings that I'd be doing here today. I do offer personalized readings. If you are interested in booking one with me, you can absolutely go over and check out the services on my page at Magical Me, or you could also go over to my website, www.magicalme.com, magic with a CK, and check out my services. You can also check out my shop there, and it will show you what is currently available. All right. So again, I utilize oracle cards or tarot cards, as well as my own intuitive guidance or intuitive abilities, I should say, in bringing forth a message of wisdom and insight for all of us and what we need to know. That gives us a bit of an awareness as to how we can best embrace the energy and move more in harmonious flow versus being completely unaware and having no information to work with, if you will. So it kind of puts us, sometimes we're in a situation where we are kind of fighting against the current versus working with the energy. So that's why I do these readings. It's just to give us a bit of insight, a bit of a heads up, and some guidance. Now, with that said, these messages are meant to resonate with everybody who finds themselves here watching. But as always, take what resonates with you and leave or discard what does not. And if it applies to you and resonates with you in your life, then that's wonderful. Otherwise, it doesn't have to. But also sometimes messages don't necessarily make sense until they happen as well. So sometimes we just kind of tell you, take this information, hold on to it, let it marinate for a little bit, and then see what happens, you know. So again, with that said, these messages are, they're going to resonate with you uniquely in your own individual life with your own experiences in divine timing. That means that you will find yourself here watching exactly when you're meant to. So you do not have to be watching this message live. You could be watching this on a replay months from now, and it's meant for you exactly when you find that. All right. So before I go into anything else, I just want to make sure that everybody can hear me okay, that there is no issue with the internet connection. So I'm just going to give it a moment and let people see that I'm live, and just wait and see if anybody can comment. Let me know how you, if you're here, or even send a thumbs up if you are commenting and I'm not seeing them. All right. So let me share this really quickly. And I do see that it does keep telling me slow connection, so I'm a little concerned about that. So again, if you are tuning in, just let me know. I did see it on my screen. I didn't hear it. So it does at least look like I am actually live, so that's good. But again, if you're here, you're tuning in, and you are commenting and I'm just not acknowledging them, that could mean that I'm not seeing comments and there's something glitchy going on. So just like hit the thumbs up buttons or the heart buttons and just let me know that way, and then I know there is a problem on the technical end. But with that said, I do try to go live every Monday. It isn't always Mondays because sometimes I've just got obligations, responsibilities, life, things like that happen. So if I'm going to be live, I will try to, within a few days in advance, create an event here on Magical Me and say that I will be live in that event at such and such a time on Monday. So if that helps any, all right. So I do try to go live around 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. As best as I can, but again, it will always be created in an event. If you go on Magical Me on my page on Facebook and you do not see an event posted or shared for that week, it is because I will not be live. All right. So again, if you are tuning in, just shoot me a comment. Let me know if you can hear me okay. And I just want to make sure that I can see comments. All right. So yeah, let me know. With that said, I like to go into news and announcements before I do this reading here every week, just to share any events, offerings, or stuff that I have going on here at Magical Me or with my sister business, Oracles of the Light, with my lovely partner, Karen. So I'll share really quickly. I do see a few of you tuning in. I can see, but I keep seeing slow connection. So again, shoot me a comment if you can and let me see. This way I know that everything is good. If you are commenting, like I said, because it showed me some of you just popped in. If you are commenting and I'm not seeing them, because as of now I haven't seen any, then just put thumbs up or a heart or something, and then this way I know that there's glitching happening. I hope that's not happening. I really don't want to restart this. All right, so really quickly, news and announcements. So we have going on, since it's the start of a new month, we have brand new offerings coming forward over at Oracles of the Light. So on the 6th, which is next Sunday, I will be, Jen, wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that you are here, and I am so happy that you can hear me and I can see comments. So thank you for that, my love. All right, I hope you're doing well, and everybody else that might be tuning in, I hope you're all having a magical Moonday. So April, yes, next Sunday. The deadline actually is today, but if you are interested in signing up, let me know. We can discuss that really quickly and get everything situated. I am teaching an in-person class April 6th, Sunday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. 11:30 a.m. from 6 p.m. It is going to be an in-person Yusoi Reiki Level 2 training class. All right. So if you are interested in attaining your second level or degree of Yusoi Reiki, again, I am offering that this Sunday in Oracle's shop in Easton, Pennsylvania. It is a $50 deposit. The balance can be paid on the day of class. So if you are interested in taking that, again, you do need to have a prerequisite of level 1 first already, whether you took it with me or someone else. That does not matter. So again, just reach out and let me know, because today is actually the cutoff for that. All right. Hi, Tracy. Welcome, lovely. Thanks for being here. I'm happy that you could make it as well. Yes, so I do not know when I will be offering level 1 or level 2 again in the near future. If interested in taking that in the near future, always send me a message and I can try to get things on my schedule. But as of now, I do not have any plans to teach it in the next month or two. Okay. So with that said, next offering happening is I am teaching beginner line dancing at Oracle's shop for anybody who has never danced before, has a little bit of knowledge but not much, and you want to come try line dancing and see what it's all about. My first two beginner classes in April are already sold out. So wow, it's wonderful that that's happening, but I try to offer as many classes as I can. With the holiday this month, it does make things a little trickier. I lose a few days there. So I have the 11th and the 19th already booked and sold out. If anything, and if you're interested, you can always shoot me a message and I can get you on a waiting list, because it does happen often that somebody cannot make it. They have to cancel at the last minute. So if you want a waiting list, you could do that as well. But the next open class is April 25th. It's a Friday evening from 7 p.m. to 9:15 p.m. Again, this is in person. So that is beginner line dancing class. So much fun, such a workout, a variety of different types of music we dance to, from country to pop to hip hop, fun stuff. So if you've never done it before, absolutely going to want to check that out at some point if dancing is your magic, as it is mine. So I have an improver level class as well for those that are already beginners but want to start to learn a little bit more complex dancing. And that is going to be on Sunday, I believe it's a Sunday, April 13th. All right, so that is the only one that I'm offering for the month of April for the improver level. If you're interested, shoot me a message. But again, there's events created for everything. All right. Hi, Marianne. Welcome, my love. Thanks for being here. So good to see you. So April 12th, it is a Saturday. It is our full moon ceremony, where we join together, come together in sacred ceremony and draw down the energy of the moon, work with that moon's particular influence. This month, it's going to be the pink full moon, and our theme is going to be self-love and attracting more love into our lives in all forms, whatever that might be. And we are specifically working with the energy of Venus and Aphrodite, as this full moon falls in the sign of Libra, which is all about finding that harmonious love and balance within ourselves, within our lives, but it is also the sign that rules over partnering and partnerships. And as we all know, Venus rules over relationships and our relationship with ourselves. So it's going to be a beautiful ceremony. We cast circle together. We call in the corners. We do card pulling as a group. It's so much fun, and it's such an opportunity to connect heart to heart with other kindred spirits and souls. This is not solely for women. This is also open to men. So if you would like to attend, there is an event that has been created on Magical Me as well as on Oracles of the Light, and it is $35 to sign up. And that is, again, Saturday, April 12th, and I want to say it's from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. So it doesn't take up the whole Saturday. It's smack in the middle of the day, where, again, it's beautiful, time enough to get things done, because I know lots of people like to do things on Saturdays, myself included. But it's like in the energy of that full moon. So depending upon where you live, they say full moon this month is going to be Saturday or Sunday, or the wee hours of Sunday. So technically Saturday, all right? All right, let's see. What else do we have going on? We are in the talks of having a reading roulette again this month. So if you're interested, because it's not yet set in stone, we're trying to look on the calendars to where we could potentially fit it in if people are interested. So it would be very spring themed. So, we always do our reading roulettes as a theme, where you spin the wheel of fate to see what reading you will receive for a small monetary fee. So if you're interested in us bringing back Reading Roulette this month, shoot me a comment, let me know, and I will discuss it with Karen, and we will see when we can get that going for everyone. All right, let me see if there's anything else that I'm thinking of. I think so far that is it for the month of April. We are in the shop on Wednesdays. A lot of people ask us this. It's only Wednesdays at this moment in time, but we are there by appointment for any other session, whether it be a quantum healing session with me, whether it be a sound healing session with Karen, whether it be for a reading, or whether you would just like to set up a time where it's the only time you have available. You've really been trying to get into the shop and just Wednesdays don't work for you. Let us know. We always have shopping available before our events and after our events too. So just a FYI. Every Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. we are there at the shop in Easton, and that is 1704 Washington Boulevard. So come check us out, come have some magical conversation with us, and you can even book an in-person card reading with us on Wednesdays. Okay. Hello, Cherie, Danielle, welcome. Thank you all so much for being here. So happy to see and connect with your lovely energies. So it's always wonderful having all of you here with me. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Thank you. Love that. Oh, awesome, Danielle. Thank you. All right. Awesome. Good. All right. So it's something we will try to get in the works. If anything, I think, don't quote me on this, potentially the week of April 18th. Okay. That might be like my only free week. So yeah, potentially that week, everybody. So sit tight with that. Keep shooting comments and let me know. Even if you're watching on replay, keep commenting and let me know, because again, the more people that want it, it gives us that, like, all right, you know what, let's move things around. Let's make this happen for everybody, okay? All right. So I think that's pretty much it for April. I do want to just talk about really quickly our beautiful, exciting Mother's Day and Women's event on May 10th. And that is going to be our Tea, Tarot, and Toddies. So it is kind of like Bridgerton themed. So it's going to take place in a luscious, beautiful, enchanted or Victorian era garden where we transform our shop. It will be indoors. Unfortunately, we do not have this beautiful space to have a garden, but we will be transforming. Some of you have already started to see the work in progress, transforming the shop into a beautiful Victorian garden. You are encouraged to wear your best tea regalia. So tea dresses, tea hats, whatever you choose. It is not mandatory, but we obviously encourage that to get into it. And if anybody has ever seen Bridgerton, you'll know all about the whistle down, right? So we will be having a little scandalous whistle down, fun bit of gossip. It's kind of like a murder mystery, but not a murder mystery. So trying to find out who's the most scandalous in the ton. So all the people will be participating, and there will be tea, there will be cakes, there will be delights, there will also be tarot, and every single person that is a participant will get the opportunity to draw their own tarot, 3 tarot cards, and the oracles will interpret them for you. All right. So all this beautiful little tea setting. Also, toddies available. And if you don't know what a toddy is, I'm going to just tell you, look it up. So toddies also will be available for those who like to partake in that. So it's going to be really fun. We're going to have bingo. We're going to have some prizes. Fun day for in lieu of Mother's Day, and just celebrating all women. So it doesn't have to be a Mother's Day event for you, but whether you are a fur mama or a step mama or just a coven mama, a community mama, whatever it might be, come on out and celebrate yourself with us. We are also going to have a take home and build your own bouquet station. So every beautiful woman will also get to take their own bouquet of flowers home. All right. So this is going to be on Saturday, May 10th. It's in person only. It starts at 1 p.m. and I believe it's going to be until about 4:30 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. And that's kind of lightly set in stone with the ending time. And it is $50 per person. If you plan to take your mother or your daughter to have a beautiful mom and daughter's day out, or even a mom and son's day out, if that's what works, it's this additional ticket. So buying 2 tickets together, the additional ticket is $40. All right. So if you would like more information on that, there is an event on Facebook, Oracle's page, or here on Magical Me. Check it out. Hello, Angel. Hi, Robin. Welcome, and thank you both for being here with me. Just wrapping up news and announcements, so you haven't missed the live yet or the reading yet. Take a sip really quick. Oh, well, we can have a mocktail toddy for you, sweetheart. Don't worry about that. Mocktail toddies also available. Okay. All right. So with that said, this week, it's pretty big energy. It's usually always that way when I tend to go live. I don't know if it's just, coincidence or not, but always big energy, right? So I'll talk a little bit about that astrologically when we go into the reading and just see if that comes forward, because I won't go into too much right now. But it is big energy. As most of you already know, we've had back-to-back eclipses over the last 2 weeks, between the full moon 2 weeks ago, new moon, eclipse, really just bringing us through that tunnel of releasing so that we can rise anew and really go through a rebirth or a resurrection, if you will. So it's very powerful energy that we're in. Also, Neptune moved into Aries for the first time since the Civil War yesterday. So, whoa, it's going to be there for 14 years at the very least, I think. 14 years, it said. So it's been intense, I'm sure, for everybody, but think about what it's facilitating, okay? So that's where I'm going to leave it for right now. Let's go ahead and ground ourselves, get ourselves nice and centered together. So we are sharing energy across space and time. That's how these readings happen. It's how all readings can also be done. If you are interested in booking a reading with me, you can do that, as we do it right here through Zoom or through a pre-recorded video if we can't be in person. And so we're going to just bring ourselves back to the here and now. Think about, our days were all over the place. We are never in our body. We are in 5,000 different places at once. And when we are not grounded and in the present moment, it does make it more difficult for us to receive the information or messages exactly how we're meant to receive them. And we can miss some information sometimes. So we're going to just make the best of this moment and detach from yesterday, detach from this morning. We're going to detach from tomorrow, and we're going to be right here, right now. All that matters. All right. So if you can, close your eyes. If not, you don't have to. Just take a nice cleansing breath in through your nose. Hold. And release your breath, blowing the breath out of your mouth. Feeling your body softening as you do. Taking another nice deep breath in through your nose. Hold. And release. Softening your back, dropping your shoulders, unclenching your jaw, and becoming lighter, more grounded. Taking another deep breath in through your nose. Hold. And release. Feeling yourself just anchor into the heart or center of Mother Earth. Grounding, grounding, grounding. And dropping out of your mind and just into your heart, focusing on your breathing, just being here in this moment. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. All right, loves. So I am working this week with the Midnight Forest Oracle cards, and this is by Midnight Oracle, right? So let us see what is coming forward for us all as one, as a collective, this week of March 31st, 2025. Flying right on out. Let's see, what do we have? Bare branches, being vulnerable. Cycle is ending, dropping defenses, showing the true nature. I love that because, like I said, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time going into the astrology and stuff because I had a feeling it was going to come up in the reading because it's so big right now and it's so prominent in our lives. So bare branches, when the branches of a tree shed their leaves, right, when they go through that natural order of that seasonal or cyclical part of their life, right, their lifespan, they shed those leaves. They don't sit there and try to pick the leaves back up, right? The trees, they actually teach us just how beautiful letting go is by showing us those colors that they begin to transform into, those shades of death that are the leaves turning colors just before they fall away. It shows us that there is beauty in letting go, that there is beauty in surrender. When something just isn't happening anymore, when something just doesn't feel right for us, when something just doesn't seem to be linking or syncing up, or that connection starting to just naturally fall away, it's so important for us to gracefully allow that the universe will always show you what's for you and what is not for you. And something that I have learned along the way is to trust the universe the first time, is to not argue with the universe. When something is meant to be part of your reality, it just will be. That connection will be easy. Granted, there are some connections that are challenging for a good reason. It doesn't mean they're not meant to be in your life. It just means that there is something that you're meant to be learning, and that these challenges that are happening, or these experiences, are meant to be teaching you something, whether it might be to look into a different direction as to how to approach a situation, to teaching you maybe a better ways of connecting or communicating. Whatever it might be that, is a struggle and a challenge, doesn't necessarily mean it's meant to be falling away. Not everything is meant to just be easy, right? But you can tell the difference when something just isn't aligning, when it just, the energy isn't there anymore. The tree naturally just shakes off those leaves and lets them fall away. This is that time where we are bared, where we are vulnerable, where we are in between unbecoming and becoming. And in that becoming is really the rawest state of us. It is a shiny new form, a new reality that we find ourselves in. Like I had said about the eclipses, the full moon eclipse 2 weeks ago was a time of shedding and releasing. And that process has been happening for 2 weeks now. We have also been getting glimmers of new things that are starting to take shape or take form or present in our lives. The 2-week period with the new moon that just happened the other day, it was Saturday, I believe. The new moon was also a solar eclipse. And that was like, so from full moon to new moon, it was like coming through the birth canal, to be completely honest. It was transforming, leaving the old life, or you could look at it as the death phase in the old, and that transitional process that happens in the tunnel. And then the tunnel, there's the light, and that light is the birthing phase where you're crowning and you're coming back out into the light of a new day. This is, think about being a newborn baby. We are very raw right now. We are very vulnerable because there's a lot of emotional things coming up with that. We've had to release a lot. We're trying to find our footing, trying to figure out which way is up, which way is the right way to go. In this place, you're not meant to really know a lot. You're meant to just be and allow and let the circumstances begin to unfold organically. Let what is for you show itself to you, because it will. And in this state of allowing, because this is important, the allowing and the acceptance of what is happening is when you're going to attract to you what is true for you. Also, you're becoming the truer version of you as you shed off old layers of self and identity as well. So it is okay to not know. It is okay to feel a little conflicted. It is okay to feel a little emotional right now. It's all part of this process. When we don't accept, and when we don't allow, or have this awareness, that is when we then attract to us things that are not for us. That is because in that state of resistance, of yearning, of anger, of resentment, or what might it be, or just trying to hold on too tightly to something that's almost impossible to hold on to anymore, we keep attracting to us things then that aren't of authenticity. that aren't for us, you see. So even as difficult as it might be, it doesn't mean that you're not allowed to have your emotions, but it does mean that we are meant to just come into the acceptance of that awareness that I am shedding the old me. And I am in the process of becoming, or you could look at it as unbecoming, everything that isn't me. Becoming what is me, what I've always been, what's always been there, right? So you're a little vulnerable this week, everybody. We're all a little vulnerable. The situations are a little tricky. Don't dive bomb into anything right now, all right? Don't get hard, come down hard on yourself about anything. This is a time for you to float, to allow, and to give yourself room for grace right now. Give yourself grace. Let yourself maneuver through this new transitional zone. With Neptune moving into Aries, it can bring such beautiful things because Neptune does have a connection to our dreams, to what we want to attain, to what we aspire to, because it does connect or is the planet of Pisces. Pisces is the last zodiac in the sign, on the wheel. So it's the transcending the ego, transcending the old, and coming into what has always been you, your spiritual self, your truth, whatever you want to call that. But interestingly, it's moving into Aries, which is the first zodiac sign on the wheel, which is the physical incarnation, which is the ego, which is the, I don't mean ego in a bad way, just mean it is the unconscious at times from the higher consciousness. And it is the energy that is the finding your footing, starting to learn how to crawl, wanting to explore your independence. So we want to take action. It's in Aries is ruled by Mars. It's a catalyst, it's a fire. But it's also a little bit aggressive energy. It's also the energy of war. So try not to go to battle. Try to float in this space because Neptune energy is very airy as well. It's very airy, very dreamy, but can also create a little bit of illusions. That's why I said everything's like transition-y right now. It's all in motion. So there's nothing solid just yet. So don't grab on anything. Again, be floaty. Just be in this space and watch what gets attracted and magnetized to you. All right. So just day by day, breath by breath, grounding is key. With Neptune going into Aries, it has not done so since, like I said before, the Civil War. But it's also a time of revolution, of change, of things becoming aware, things that are freeing and liberating, us becoming aware of things that are for higher evolution and then being in the dark of them anymore. So again, think of that in your own life. Think of how you could be trying to battle right now things that are just a natural part of a process that you have to allow to happen. So dreams can unfold. You might feel a momentum as you want to because that Aries Mars energy wants to spark your new direction. You want to take action. Your dreams are becoming a little bit more perceivable now. But again, great to start having new ideas. Great to start putting those fires in motion, right? And get the creative wheel spinning. But again, be in that state of allowing instead of trying to control anything right now and trying to really, do too much of anything. Remember, we're still Mercury in retrograde. Remember, Venus is still in retrograde in the sign of Aries too. So there's a lot happening in Aries right now. That new moon solar eclipse was also in Aries. So there is momentum happening. You just don't fully see it. We're just not fully ready to dive all into it. But the ideas are there and they are happening and they're giving you glimpses right now. So utilize that. Start to breathe some life back into those ideas. Start to aspire to. Start to see it as a reality. Start to hope. Let yourself dream. But instead of dreaming, that dreaming is actually more reality now. All right. So everybody, again, showing the true nature it is asking us to drop our guards in the sense of just letting us be, again, letting yourself be uncertain, letting yourself be vulnerable, whether that be in relationships, whether that be in commitments, whether that be in new opportunities coming in. Again, try to keep an open mind and focused on what you would like to see unfold, not focused on what you don't want to. And anything that you do not want more of, let it go. Ask yourself, what am I taking with me? What do I want with me on this new journey, in this new reality? Okay, so cycles are ending. Drop those defenses, let them happen, let them go. Trust the universe as it shows you what is for you, and just go with that, go with the flow. All right, everybody, so intense energy this week, but again, you can just sail right through it as long as you keep yourself nice and grounded and be open and accepting. All right, everybody, thank you so much for being here with me on this moon day. I will let you know in a few days if I'm going to be live next Monday. I'll create an event for that. Again, if you are interested, if you've just popped in, hi Laura, thanks for being here. If you have just popped in, check back the replay to see any of the news and announcements and the fun events that we have going on at Oracles of the Light. Take care, everybody. Thanks for being here.